Fange schon aus.
Okay, und Radio.
Kann ich ausmachen.
On off. Oder halt ganz leise.
Nee, ist aus.
Also off, ne?
On off.
Ja.
You are live now.
You are live now.
Oh ja?
Ja.
Already?
Ja.
Hi.
Machst du Intro heute?
Hi. Are we doing in English? Yes, as usual. Hi everyone, welcome to Migrantpolitan TV. Tonight, we are welcoming you from the bar. As you see, this is the magical bar that you don't get to see because we are always on the sofa, but there is more to Migrantpolitan. There's way more to come to Migrantpolitan, and also we thought it would be a great opportunity to show you a little bit also the room, because Migrantpolitan used to look a little bit different, and now it was remade in the month of like a few months.
During 2 months.
2 months, no?
Between September, almost 2 months, September and October, beginning of November as well.
Yes, exactly. And this is what it has become. So we have. Shall we do a little guiding, like a guide?
Ja, but it's
Yeah.
a little bit messy.
I know. You
We
know,
are not
because
prepared
I mean,
for that.
it's
we didn't know that TV is coming.
yes, but those spaces, there are clean spaces, but Migrantpolitan is also a clean space, but it's also a space where we work. So, you know, as they say in German, wo gehobelt wird, fallen auch Späne, and so on. And that means, like, if you're working, then it shows, you know, shows that you're working. So, you also already know Rama, so here we see some.
Yeah, Rama is
spaces
sleeping
for
upstairs.
Rama.
It's hard to see.
Exactly. So, and there's like little 2 rooms, you know, when you can like lie down and rest a little bit. Have some glimpse of privacy. And there's this beautiful kitchen. Here is
You are also
guest is here.
serving food?
Yeah,
we also serve food. Yeah.
You cooked?
Yes.
Yeah, I cooked 3 different meals for tonight. Yeah, I cooked a lot of rice, a lot of tofu, and what is it? Pak choy, you know, soy sprouts, you know, all these things, and coconut milk, and I did a good job.
Okay, so for everybody who wonders, this is Miley, straight from Vienna. He's here till Friday morning. So
Yes, I also heard that he is straight.
yeah,
Yeah,
and from
very,
Vienna.
Very straight from Vienna.
Yeah, so we have a lot of storage in this area, which was great because it was missing a little bit in the last version. But now we also have this
And I see
beautiful-
price.
Oh yes, the prices that Migrantpolitan also won.
Mhm.
A few of them. There was another one.
And I see also some props
Mhm. Exactly.
from.
There's Rama's food.
Yeah, I don't film
Not
that.
so-
I don't want to repeat the Ramadan effect.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's it,
let's go
a
back to
little
the
bit.
couch.
Yes. So
Mo, will you follow us?
there is a working space. We have Mo here.
Working on very
Working.
important stuff.
Exactly. We're actually in the middle of a meeting, but it doesn't matter.
It's
can
7.
Most things are clear.
Und was liest du da?
I'm reading this German book. I just got it today by recommendation. It was your recommendation. It's called Geschichte und Erinnerung in Computerspielen. It means history and memory in computer games. And I'm just like reading different parts of it very fast now. Actually, the most interesting part, it's about 544 pages, excluding the literature and the resources. but the most important thing for me, I found it interesting, is the capital. Yeah, Verstoß in verborgenen Welten, and this is like it's how they what methods they use to show the object and the culture and the narratives, how they are networked with each other, and the user perspectives also. So this one is the most interesting part for me. I will be reading it the next days. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you read a lot?
I used to read a lot, but now with the digital time, actually I watch a lot now. It's I like most of my knowledge comes from YouTube and social networks, and sometimes also a lot of Wikipedia, and sometimes I read books, and yeah, but I used to read a lot when I was in Syria, and then I came to Germany. I had some Arabic books, I read them, and then the German books were a little bit, you know, complicated for me as a not native speaker, but I had to study also in German and English, and after that, yeah, I read some German books, but yeah, it's a bit like if I want to, I usually wanted to sleep while reading, and in Germany, because I had to focus a lot, so I was like not sleeping and trying to Google the word, what is here meant to, yeah, so it was a bit difficult, but I'm trying my best to read. Yeah.
But wow, I'm always so impressed, and by your mind, and I think you are so good in self-education and DIY skills, self-improving kind of all the time, right?
Yeah, most of my knowledge is I didn't like I work
because you studied. Maybe the people don't know. You studied archaeology, ne?
Archaeology and paleoanthropology.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
maybe you can even explain what this is.
Yeah, so archaeology is study of human artifacts and everything about that starts with human. So I studied actually mostly Stone Age times. So it was it's starting from about 2.5 million years ago and until now. So actually archaeology is, I think, when it's more than 50 years, it's archaeology. And so I studied that, and paleoanthropology is actually study of humans, and there is the cultural part of it, there is the physiological part of it. So I studied also all the bones of human, but my main focus was archaeozoology. So I studied also the bones of animals, and actually my thesis was about a wolf skull we found in Armenia, and this was my thesis. So I tried to measure and it was natural science. So we had to measure the skulls. We had to scan it and measure it and compare it to other skulls and to find if there is any hints that they were maybe domesticated or not domesticated, and yeah. So this was my. But then I went to arts. I didn't want to work in archaeology, and and then I started to teach myself technical stuff, like digital programming for artistic reasons, or and this all happened in internet. It's internet.
You're
You can
wow.
also you can try it at
That's
home.
very impressive.
Yeah.
But have you used your knowledge from the one field that you quit to your new field? Are you interested in that, or did you just say no?
Actually because I also did like a lot of statistics and mathematics in my study because of natural science. The art of researching, I got from my study, and how to not to be to have hypotheses and not to be sure, not to say not to say conclusions before you study a lot, and this is I got from my study, and actually it's also very usable. Thinking
in general.
Yeah.
Not like That's actually perfect. I mean, it would actually. Yeah, it would, for example, cure my impulsivity. You know.
Yeah, but I think
Judgment's too early.
Yeah, you have to. It's okay to be impulsive, and it's okay to be in the moment, to live the moment. And if you're angry, or I don't know, if you're emotional, this is very important. But the conclusions, when I think about conclusions, so you have to be objective about it, I think. But you're allowed, like any person is allowed to be emotional at the moment, and it's okay. And this is we are human, so
that means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't want to be the center of today.
But why not, actually?
Exactly.
Yeah, because what since I get to know you a little bit, what is really fascinating for me is like how fast you umsetzen.
Implement, maybe, or
yeah, or like
execute.
Yeah, like from you are a doer, and when you don't know how this works, you don't sleep for some days. It's also a little bit maniac, but in a way a very productive. You somehow obviously you manage to not then just watch for hours some whatever entertaining stuff. You then go and watch all this, how to program this and that and blah 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 blah. And so after some days, when you come back to reality life or whatever this we should call it,
Is it like that though?
Then you know so much more. To me it looks like this.
Does it happen like that?
Yeah, I think I can also function more under stressful stress than comfort. So I have to go out of my comfort zone to be more productive. But it's maybe not healthy. I'm not sure about that. But
But you're also a deadline person, right? You need the pressure of the deadline to do something.
Yeah, I think this is like, you know,
I'm also like this. I hate it actually.
I hate it too,
but on myself, not on you.
And I think actually that might make us all like in neurodiversity spectrum on that side of like what they call the hunter-gatherer You know, like we need the stress. You know, so this is how they call ADHD people actually. Oh wait, I have to get you in the angle. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
I come up
Yes,
to this
that's
corner.
good. And no, that's how they call ADHD people. There is a podcast that I listen to, which is great, Drama in the Mountain, and they kind of say that ADHD people are hunter-gatherer types, the hunter type. Actually, just the hunter type, because those are hunters before. Thank you. Hunters were living, and since like now we're going into like actually your field, yeah, about like paleo anthropology, is that there was a time where before the farmers came, before the farming was invented, and there was like a different thinking of like how to survive with a system, providing food, also like growing food, growing cattle, growing everything, and then developing a system how to do this. Before that, there were hunters and gatherers, and they would find things. They would have to know how to find things, not to how to cultivate them, but to know where it grows, know what kind of animals are where, how to go there, how to prepare for the hunt, how to make the hunt better. But it was not a systematic thing. It was like you just had to find it. You had to function in a different way. And this is it also, like if it's really needed for survival, then you will focus and take all of the energy that it needs for this. And then when you're done, when you shot the deer, and then you brought it home, and the whole what? No, but this is the thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then the food is there, the family is living, and then you have to like recharge. Then you need like rest for. So this is the thing, and maybe this is also when it's about survival, when it's about the deadline, you go like, okay, I have to do it now, and I have to work hours.
Miley.
No, it was the crickets, because no one's listening to what I'm saying.
No, it's actually very interesting because also we had that in our study. So because like there were changes in the environment, and so the people started like were hunting big games for time, but like in the Upper Paleolithic, this is like about 30,000 years ago, 40,000 years ago, they started. I think about that. Yeah, I think maybe the time is different because it's been a while. I studied archaeology, but they started to hunt smaller games like hare or smaller animals, and then there is two hypotheses, at least two hypotheses. They say, okay, did they were they be how could they like because they were different artifacts, different hunting tools, and different animals, so the strategies were different, the tools were different. So and one part of people, they say no, they should have had the tools before that, because people under stress, they cannot develop new tools under this kind of stress. And the other ones, they say they develop these tools because of this stress. And in my case, I actually it works like the second one, because it's I'm developing under stress new strategies and new tools.
yeah, and like new strengths, like of I don't know. No, for me, to me, it's completely it's completely it because I recently, I mean, like for years, I've been like translating things, text, and then I always like I would have like
He gave
a
up.
few days. I mean, mostly like a week material that it would, and I never would strategize the way where like the first days I don't really want to do this. I have I'd like to, or I take my time like really with it, and don't really get it done, but like just dive into it, but like, and then it takes forever, and then I am like 24 hours till deadline, and I'm realizing I still have like 50% of the work to do, and it's like, and this is where I go like, okay, and that's
Yeah.
and then I was sitting in my office, and I was like, let's make a game out of it. I need to do, and then I was also, I was like strategizing how to bring my brain to be even more efficient. So I created a game to trick my brain into this being a game, not a job. And I was like competing against the time and all that, and it was it was a little bit crazy, but yeah, but it worked.
Yeah, but different people are different. So sometimes when we work in groups or other people, they well, I take one.
Even though I'm not a big fan of gym things. Thank you so much.
Danke, and sorry for the little interruption.
Yeah.
This
We
is
have
for,
to-
and Miley, please, you have to come back.
Yes,
We
please.
have to do the special, Bernie, also please. We have to do the special for Maya,
Yes.
because it's Maya's birthday. And Maya, we prepared a small scene, especially for you. This is Miley now, and he does a special performance for you.
Is she watching?
No, I don't do a special performance. Listen, I called today already to Maya. Maya, I called you already.
And this was your performance?
Yeah, I'm a pretty bad performer.
Cheers.
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 Maya, auf dich!
Happy Birthday!
Happy
Maya.
Und als Geburtstagsgeschenk kollektiv kriegst du, dass du beim Malefitz gewinnst das nächste Mal, wenn du kommst. Weil ohne Geburtstagsgeschenk schaffst du es ja nicht. Aber wir lieben dich trotzdem.
Ah ja.
Also ich mache auch Team mit dir.
Well, I should remind everybody to fulfill their present. Ne?
Ja.
Das ist mir ziemlich schlimm. Wenn ich das sagen darf, das müssen sie nicht kaufen auf jeden Fall. Das ist nicht zu kaufen. Das ist so. Wow.
Aber das Gute ist,
Es ist Pink Gin oder was?
ja, already der erste Schluck sofort in the head.
Yeah.
Das ist das Gute.
You know, one thing I don't know what
Yeah?
you were exactly talking
Yeah.
about, but one thing is like when you said handing in applications, and there's always the deadline, and then I try to make myself to hand it in the day before, yes, or the day 2 days before,
Yeah.
and then I feel shitty because I didn't use the full time to do it. I think I could have done more because I had more time. So there is no way out of this going until the end of the deadline. So you have to hand it like to feel, or you feel stressed, or you feel like kind of you have been a lazy bastard and didn't really do it.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but what we are talking about more is a little bit even more like a neurological thing. My
Yeah.
brain, when the deadline is still far,
Yeah.
I don't even, my mind is not shaping on this.
Yes, yeah.
I still carry it in my mind. I
Yeah.
think, I collect a little bit. But I'm not in the tunnel.
Yeah.
I know there is somewhere a tunnel, but I'm still on the way collecting stuff. But I need the pressure, like, can't you make diamonds are pressed shit, right? Or not?
No.
I mean, the artificial diamonds are the ones you make artificially. They are with really high pressure to make.
So my mind is a little bit like this too. I need this
shit diamonds
to make out of this.
I heard this before, but
it needs this pressure of this, and this gives me the shape and the focus. I'm not able to produce this on my own.
But this is like, when you do, I don't know, it's like when you do other shows, but I remember when you work on let's say a theater piece or a performance. So the beginning is always fun, because you start and you are inspired and then like this. And then there comes the shitty time. It's if you work for 6 weeks, it's the middle 2 weeks. If you work for a week, it's the middle 2 days, whatever, It's like always this middle period that becomes shitty. Because then is what you say is like, you have to finish. And you have to force again, because that's why in the beginning there's the energy, then you get totally distracted and depressed, and then it's like kind of, let's make it. And I think this is kind of a very natural. You need out of circumstances to get you focused, or like.
But then, like, people also ask you, like, why do you do this? Why do you put yourself under so much stress? Why don't you work structurally? Or people who ask me when I tell them, I need to sit on this text and I need to finish. I need to really get on this, and invest time in that. But the way I will invest time in it isn't really writing the text. It's going to be all kinds of stuff that revolves around it, and sometimes also too distracted. You don't even really do work. And it doesn't really work like that, but it's actually just battling some sort of like finding process, that eats like that is just fucking nasty, and then some people just don't understand it. Some people just was like, why don't you sit down and write it, like,
while you still have enough time?
Or ask you, like, so let's have dinner tonight, how much time do you need for your text? As if it was something that I could just, like, if it just needed sitting down and writing and nothing else. So that's the frustrating part about this, that it's like always people don't want to see that process.
No.
Yeah, but this is always if you do a job like related to art, no? That is like when do you stop? I mean, when it's like something like this, this drink, I mean, whatever, it can be, you will have it at your next, you don't have it.
Miley, you're asking when
don't have it there.
You're asking when you stop, but
no, you don't, but it's
Miley, another Miley, famous Miley would say, we don't stop. We can't stop.
Yeah, another famous one. Yeah. But it's like, it's always like this, if you have you deal with a certain subject, I don't know, for this piece, project, whatever, then suddenly you see in TV or you see on the streets, you see the things that are related with it. You didn't see it before. Suddenly you think, why everything is like, is pink now, or why everything is talking about Miley Cyrus or whatever, yeah? So, because you are focused on it, your senses are there. And then you deal with something else and you don't see this anymore. You see
when you are here, I always think of Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. So like when you start to see the bad in everything, and then of course you find it everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't look for the shit, you don't see it.
Yeah, but also like
so we should do happy art.
With all of you, I relate some way or another, because also myself also do this kind of strategy, that working more efficient under pressure somehow. I think it also go into our mind that how we shape our ideas or the project that we work with, that it need more time. So you need to digest more ideas or more influence from here and there. And if we, at least like myself, if I do it few days or before the deadline, then I might think, okay, I could squeeze something in more, or I could change it in a way to make it more nicer, you know. But when you reach the deadline, that means all your thoughts, everything you have digested related to the task you work on, you need to empty it on written form or to process with it.
Make a diamond.
Yeah.
Yes. So at some point, like it really give this challenge that, okay, this is the time we have to hand it. Otherwise, like before that, it could be like we still have time, we still have more flexible. Oh, okay, we could go through the process more. Maybe we can get more of what we're doing on. Yeah. So I think it's more in this direction.
Yeah. But sometimes I just don't meet the deadline and just over deadline, and then I'm still trying to hand it in, you know.
With some
I know somebody else who's also expert in this, who maybe wants to join the conversation.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I wonder who that would be.
Bernie.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Oh wow, look at this outfit. Hello.
How are you? Thank you for that. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm Johannes. Miley.
I'm Yusuf.
Hi, Yusuf.
I actually love Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
I think
me too. Me too.
Yeah, but Miley is a bad actor.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How did you get your reputation?
I think just now for my performance here for Maya. It's like, but it's also not fair, you know. It's like this. She says something funny, you know. It's like these things, you know. Like, be nice. It's like it's over.
Don't
it's like,
think about the elephant.
perform something. It's kind of like you killed it. It's like, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's a saying like, don't ask the dancer to dance and not the singer to sing, because suddenly they will
Very
no
true.
longer.
Very true.
This is the time of when pressure.
You can always ask
But this was Maya. She understands
You know.
the joke.
But I was saying,
And
like,
this
this
was
is
a
the
very
pressure.
typical Miley performance.
Yeah.
Actually, what we got. No,
Yeah.
this was the exact for Maya. Because she
Since
loves
how
that.
long you know Maya, both of you?
500 years.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very
Is it
good.
filming here?
Everything is filming. If you want, you can have it.
Just like
I think you know her longer than me, but it's like I had something like 15 years.
بتصور بدل بيناتهم.
15 years.
No.
15,
You
16
think
years.
you have more than me? Sorry.
Huh?
You don't have 15 years.
No, yeah,
no, but
Naya,
حتى مع هو
Nadine
you.
knows her a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something happened there. Drink switch.
Yeah. It's dangerous, you know.
So,
this episode is
we
sponsored
have
by.
to look at the time also.
It's 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we need, okay, one more time, little rehearsal break. Doch, time for rehearsal, Werbepause. One
Short break.
Commercial break.
commercial break,
Yes.
uncommercial break, of course, because
We are non-commercial.
Yeah, but we are rehearsing a lot.
advertisement.
Yes.
We can be sponsored
For
here by
tomorrow's
Gordon's.
premiere, for tomorrow's drop of LSD.
Yes.
And it's showtime, prime time, tomorrow at 8:15.
It's everywhere on the internet. Everyone is talking about it. I received like 3 messages from
Yeah.
people saying like, "Oh, we saw everything.
Yes.
Tomorrow, what time?" I was like,
Have you showed?
Because I still, but tomorrow you can also watch it live. We start our stream here at 7 and then we see if somebody shows up for the premiere or not.
Yes.
Maybe you see me crying at
"This would
8:15.
be a very dramatic. We're famous for our
And
dramatic
what could be really nice that we're going live as usual from Migrantpolitan Couch TV while we have the new setting of the premiere, and to
You
also
want to
be
perform Ramadan again?
No.
Everything.
No. The point is like also to give our audience a chance to watch it on YouTube, because if we keep going live here during the premiere, that means the people who watching us on YouTube here, they cannot watch the thing on YouTube. So they can join.
No, but we are live till 8:15,
Exactly.
and then we finish live.
That's what I wanted to
Every
say.
day,
Like a
every
pre-show,
day
and
they
then
do this
afterwards,
conversation.
like reactions.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it live.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah?
it in,
So
This
tomorrow
is like
going to be
like
busy.
this, and they're discussing about it every day from 8:30. I still don't remember what time. Every day we are doing the schedule again of tomorrow. We are like repeating the schedule of tomorrow like almost every day. We have been in these couches for the last almost 8 days.
yeah, I saw it.
And do you have anything like you want to ask us? I feel like we put ourselves into an experiment, in a way, to go 1 hour live in a couch with like having conversation that's not planned.
You know, I think you should do it in the morning. I think
Yeah,
like
but this
breakfast
is what
TV,
Yusef wants to do.
I think this is you should have it
morning
at,
show.
at I don't know 7, 8, something like this in the morning. I know it's early, but while people are waking up, having their
He's
coffee with you.
It's already
Planned.
To the
Planned.
do list. We like.
I want to see you at 8 o'clock here. You. I want to see you at 8 o'clock here. Yeah.
But it would be really interesting to hear your
the
feedback
morning monster.
from Vienna.
From Vienna.
Yeah, what do you think about the whole Migrantpolitan Couch TV and so?
I think it's super, but like last time I saw it, it was for my timing. It would be really good to have it in the morning. That's what I saw. That's why I'm saying this now. Is like kind of that you, when you wake up a little bit, like talking about this and that, blah blah blah. Like these people that they kind of, and like this time now it's 7:30.
There's good TV program now.
No, that's 7:30 is news in Austria. If you want to watch whatever, I mean nobody has to watch TV or whatever. Yeah? But we're talking about TV times now. You talk about prime time tomorrow 8:15. So
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So and I think basically it's time when I eat. And when I meet family at home, so it's not like I watch on the phone now or whatever. So it's like, or I watch something that I still would talk, like continue talking. But here I would more listen and kind of feel like I'm sitting with you at the table.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's a super good. And that was my first thing was like breakfast TV.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I'm
It's not
looking
only,
forward
but
to it.
you know what's like really from what you say. What you have something I can hear you.
I just took a breath. But it's true. I was also thinking when the commercial break is finished, we have to go back to the topic, and we have to be finished in 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So I go back to my bar.
No. You can
come
stay
on.
here because now you wanted to participate, obviously. So here you are. But Yusef, here deadline.
Deadline. I love, I think I relate to what Zira said. I cannot function without deadline. I really need it, and I feel like more creative towards the end of the process. I feel I'm stronger in decision making. Then suddenly I say like, oh yeah, this no, this yes, this I can keep. This is like, I don't know, I like this last minute as well, intuition. This was the question.
Okay.
What you thought she
No,
wants
but
to
this is not the kind of answer.
Interesting to hear from Yusuf saying that,
Because good.
Something to experimental with.
Yeah,
new
because I
side
think
of
you
it.
glorify it, but it's actually at the end of the day, because you really go to last second. You don't.
Look how scared he is.
It's so true.
No, but you
It's
know what
so
I mean,
true.
right?
Of course, it's like bringing back dates and timing. She was sitting there,
Yeah.
saving my ass.
Or when I wanted to maybe do something else at 11 in the night, and then can you here have a look at this? At the button. When I do it, I do it. I just torture myself.
And she don't has to
Ja, und Bernie. Ja, gut.
Karma is so good.
Yeah.
But in Vienna it was like let's say until 2 or 3 years ago you still had to hand it in not with a
online with the email, but you still like
Post.
Yes.
And there was one post office in the Schwedenplatz where you could then still go until midnight. So normally you would see people at 11 in the copy shop there,
Printing.
and you would go printing it out and then going over to the how you say, to make more of it, like whatever, and then you meet the same people at the post office. So like kind of really like the hardcore crew that's always coming late. You could see them at 11 copy shop and 12 in the handing it in. So I guess the postal stamp.
How old were you when you were doing this?
That was last year.
No. Now it's online, so you sit at home and you press. No, this is also hardcore because all the people do it late, so you get really, suddenly the server is not really working of them because it's not for big capacity, so you get
Last
really
time
stressed when you sit there, like refresh,
But did you apply the other way many times? Like, did you
I did it a couple of times, but really like
that's good.
10 years ago.
I like that you like did you got any of the funding that you were applying with the
Some.
Last minute.
Did you ever get anything?
Anybody?
well, especially with the reputation?
Not as much as Miley Cyrus, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I remember I did this when it for the first time was like the online thing, and it also says you need when you have everything, and then you just have to like put it into the formular, and then it says like it only needs like half an hour to do it, but this can't be trusted, of course. It's like, and I remember this happened, and I was like really before midnight, and like 5 minutes before midnight, before the deadline is over, I was still waiting for the program to finish the
upload.
the upload, because it would take forever to upload things.
Can I tell you a very intimate story? Seriously, I remember myself. Can I?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Can I?
He's like hesitating. I feel like, can I tell you like a very intimate story? And he's like, are you sure? No, I really remember myself like something like 12, 13 years old, maybe a little bit younger, sitting in my parents' house and crying so hard because I had an exam the next day. And then there was a moment of truth that I always remember in my life, and I like try not to go to this extreme. I was sitting there, I was like, I really want to win, like not to win, I want to like do good in school, but I don't know why I feel like I can't study the last minute. I keep everything for the last minute, and suddenly I have so much I will not really manage. And this is a moment I try to not have so much in my life, but I fall in it, whether I like it or not, which is when sometimes I do what I did on that time.
It happens to me too, but this is why I don't romanticize it or glamorize it. This is why I said, I hate it. I hate that it's like this, and I hate myself every time I manage at 23:59, and then I feel like actually I would be more happy if I would be able to have this brilliant mind put in brilliant words already, at least same day, 6 o'clock. You know, why do I? But it's like torture, and it's not. I would like to step out of this and like be a little bit more clever. And
but do you think you can do this?
I try. I try, but it's not so. I'm not always so successful with it.
Can I just add one fact to this? That it's not most of the time. Honestly, what happens is that like you have 4 months, or 4 months is too much. You have 3 weeks where you are like more comfortable, and suddenly you get the notice that like, oh, there's this deadline in 2 weeks. However, you have other things running, you have other projects working, and that's as well like a problem that many people face as well. Like that people know as well about things the last minute, which is like suicide. To write a whole proposal and paper and budget and scene and lighting and who is the person, like it's a lot.
But it's a little bit like with like this example, like with Christmas, no? Every year everybody is shocked. Suddenly Christmas. Oh, I didn't do anything. And it's same every year. Same as with these, like most of the deadlines are annual. Like they are always like a certain like, okay, during Corona there were some additional ones, but there are many public fundings regularly. I'm in this business since years. I know the timings, but still it happens, and even Rama is waking up. And okay.
But I don't know. I think
Rama.
that people also like fall into this because everyone's like that a little bit, and then it's like I remember when in my head I tell myself like, no, not this time, not this time, not this time. This time is gonna be like on time, and then it's like all the other people coming in saying like, oh Danny, well you still have time. Come on, it's nice out. You know, let's go and grab a beer somewhere, you know, like, and then it's like, you know, you want to do it, you go like, yeah, you're right, I still have time, and then it's like, you know, like we all also kind of like
time killer, ne? Here is also time killer.
We all also like kind of influence each other with that.
Yeah, and we are also
know?
good in distracting each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. No.
And supporting each other.
Yeah, but but also
Yes.
distracting
And
each other.
fighting each other. How do you like your cunt?
Which one? Like, yeah, this no, I have more, but this one is a new one, and I like it a lot.
It looks good on you.
Thank you very much. I like it.
Yeah, you know, Miley is the one who always has to support the woods of fashion.
But it's funny because like I don't know, at home we have like, you know, this one and then the fluorescent and then the
whole
fuck
family
and
is
the
very-
ACAB and the whatever. And for my wife has one which was I think also the camp one, and the last thing is left is this bar of the tea. So it's just a black sweater and there's only this one is left. So but she's still wearing it all the time, like one of the very first editions I think.
Wow.
So I think we have still 4, 5, 6 at home, 7, 8. I mean, not Cavalli, not whatever, Hammam Vuitton, you know, it's like a lot. My kids love Hammam Vuitton all the time. They
Yes.
always have a jacket.
He's complaining. It's
Now there's left the summer shoes they're coming.
Some shoes,
Yeah.
flip-flops.
Summer
Yeah,
not the flip. The other one, exactly. What are they called?
Badlatschen, wie sagt man?
Ja.
Adiletten.
Adiletten.
Adilette.
Aber Adiletten dürfen nur von Adidas sein.
Ja, aber das ist wie Selters, sagt man ja auch zum Mineralwasser. Okay,
Oder
genug
Tempo.
Advertisement. Final words.
Yes.
Ja, weil Zero muss los.
Okay.
Coming back.
No, we finish.
We finish in
No.
1
Final
minute.
words.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now.
so thank you so much.
Ciao, Kakao.
Ciao, Kakao. Das Widanski. Komm gut nach Hause.
Zero muss los.
und schlaf
Zero,
gut.
danke.
Danke, Zero.
Danke, Siro.
Grüß die Papa, grüß dich, servus, ciao.
And remember your deadline.